What's going on, Guardians? Sly here, and thanks for checking out another Destiny video. Welcome to my weekly reset guide, and as always, it's an absolute pleasure to have you all here with me. Now, unfortunately, audio is still a little weird, but I'll be getting a new capture card here as soon as payday arrives, so sorry about that. And for those that aren't really a fan of the new way I'm making these guides, don't worry y'all, I'll be back to my usual ways of making these videos once Destiny picks back up again with another DLC, update, or whatever else they have in store for us. Doing my guides live saves me hours of editing and hours of voiceover recording time. And with so many vids to make, as well as a crunch on time in the mornings, it's an absolute lifesaver. But sometimes it does make my videos seem a little rushed, and I'm not really a big fan of that. Hopefully I'll find a few ways to tweak it until it's just as good as my old ones. So once again, thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and I know quite a few of you out there who have been here since my starting days. And guys, I want to thank you for help getting me where I am today. Alright, so Destiny has a surprise for us today, and that is Iron Banner. It's a sniper and hand cannon week along with helmets and legs. I'll be doing a quick inventory review of that as well. So expect that at the same time around when Iron Banner goes live, which is 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And of course, I'll have some Mass Effect videos coming out as well. But enough talk about that, let's dive into this reset. It's Tuesday, February 28th, and this is your Destiny Rise of Iron weekly reset guide. Goodbye, February. Tomorrow we will be welcoming March. Alright, so as usual, we're starting up here in orbit, and we're checking out the Crucible first. So let's mosey on over there and check it out. So first playlist this week is Mayhem Rumble. Embrace the chaos. Free for all, as always. Mayhem Rumble is always a fun time. And our second playlist this week is Freelance 6v6. Solo queue only, makes a control, clash, and rift. Now remember guys, one of these will change, and that one will be, let's see, Mayhem Rumble. So Mayhem Rumble will leave and Iron Banner will take its place. So if you're a fan of Mayhem, then make sure you get in there and play that before Iron Banner drops. And of course, as usual, when we go back into Crucible, Elimination is up here at the top, waiting for Mr. Osiris to do his magic on Friday. Alright, so next up, guys, let's take a look at the Nightfall. As usual, we'll start with modifiers first, and we have Epic, as usual, at the beginning. Heavily shielded, highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Following that, Brawler, Guardian melee damage is greatly increased. Then we have Grounded, players take more damage while airborne. Chaff, player radar is disabled. And then finally, Fresh Troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. No burn this week, not too bad. And all we have to really worry about is no radar, Fresh Troops, and Grounded. So that's not bad at all. That's going to be an easy Nightfall. Alright, well let's take a dive in and see who we're up against this week.
Guardian, we've picked up a high-gain transmission. Origin point is somewhere along the coast, near the Cosmodrome.
That's Rasputin, the AI Warmind. If I'm understanding him correctly, it's a distress call. There are so few ballet fans left, Guardian. It'd be a shame to lose him.
So we are dealing with Raspy. Now, usually this is arc burn. This is like a perfect opportunity to throw in some arc burn and kill you in multiple different ways. But luckily, it's not like that this week. So I'm cool with that. Alright, let's go back up to orbit and see what else we can learn about our strikes this week. Alright, so moving on to the SIVA Crisis Heroic Strikes. This week, we have Epic's little brother Heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. Now, how greater is greater than the other one? I have no idea, but I guess it sounds good. Anyway, next up we have Void Burn. Void damage from any source is greatly increased. Brawler pops back up here again. Guardian melee damage is also greatly increased. And then finally we have Ironclad. More enemies have shields. So, Ironclad with Void Burn could be interesting, depending on which strike you end up getting. Now, anything with the Void Burn and that Ogre, the one with like the Priest, the Eyeless, I always forget the name of it, but the Eye on the Stick, the Eye on the Stick strike, that's what I call it. That one with extra shields, if the Shanks come down with shields and then you have Void Burn on, that's going to be dirty. So if you find that, I just leave. Because everyone else will. Just multiple times I've dropped into there and with Void Burn on, and I had to end up doing that by myself to the very end. So I wouldn't even mess with it. Alright, well that does it for the strikes this week. Next, let's take a look at the raids and see what we're dealing with in terms of challenge mode. So, for King's Fall, we can look forward to the War Priest Challenge, one of the easiest out there. It's also the reset for that one. Not too bad at all. As for the Wrath of the Machine raid, let's dive over here and take a peek. We have Axis. So, it's the harder one of the two. Still not that bad if you have a team that's been doing it for a while and knows the rhythm. And once you know the rhythm, it's actually pretty easy. Alright guys, well next up, let's go take a look at Tyra Karn and Shiro over at Temple. So, like usual, when we come over here to Fellwinter Peak, we're going to be checking out Shiro first. We'll look at all of his bounties, and then we'll check out the class items. So, let's take a peek. So, for bounties, first up we have Shakatumi! Use arc damage to kill Fallen. You need to get 75 of them. Next, pull the plug, kill Fallen Majors and Ultras, and then we have 2 Archon's Forge bounties. First up is Archon's Forge Dregs, and second, Archon's Forge Vandals. Moving on to class items, we'll start off with the Hunter, and we have Mantle of Galeon. Comes in at Intellect Discipline, 32-35. Moving on to Silamar's Iron Sash for the Titan, comes in at 34-31, Discipline Strength, and then finally, for the Warlock, we have Fellwinter's Iron Bond, which is 35-33, Discipline Strength. Also, not too bad. Alright, so next up, let's go take a look at Granny G on the hill. First, let's burn these, because I have an inventory full of them. Alright. Let's see what she's up to on this fine Fellwinter day. Alright, so Granny G, what you got from me? Alright, first up, Memory of Scory, 103 Discipline. Next, Memory of Radagast, 113 Strength. And then finally, Memory of Galeon, which is 73-73 Intellect Strength. Not too bad, but nothing that different. Alright, so next up, we're going to the tower and checking out if anything good's going on over there. So, let's hop on over. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, first order of business, let's go take a look at the vendors and see what they're accepting this week. And starting with the New Monarchy, we have Spin Metal, which is good because I have a bunch of it, so I would definitely be coming back on my character who's allied with this guy. Next, we have Dead Orbit. Let's take a look here. Also accepting Spin Metal, which is good. Can I rank up? Maybe. Let's take a look. Almost. Come on. Yeah. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Weapons? Armor? Definitely Chroma. Definitely. Weapons, of course. Come on. And Extremophile. Let's take a peek. Well, that's not too bad. Extended Mag, Hammer Forged, and Rangefinder. That is not bad at all. I wish I had stability perk on this. But it's got Steady Hand. Not too bad. Alright, next up, let's go take a look at the lady in the office upstairs. See what the Future Workhold is offering. Alright, so Future Workhold is accepting Spin Metal as well. So, all three are accepting Spin Metal. So if you want to get rid of some Spin Metal, guys, this is the day to do it for sure. That is actually a first. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Not even like other stuff, like all three of them accepting, the same thing. Alright, so next up, let's go take a look at our boy Zavala and see what kind of bounties he has this week. And then we'll go take a look at my dude Shax. And first up, we have a Strike Elite. Earn gold, silver, or bronze tier achieved medals. You need 9. Next, Sunrise. Earn a gold tier achieved medal in the Nightfall before time expires. And of course, that is also where you get the Icebreaker. And finally, we have Merciless. Get 9 rapid enemy kills to earn Rampage medals in SIVA Crisis Strikes. You need 3 primary medals, 2 secondary medals, and then I believe it's also 2 heavy medals. Alright, thanks Zavala. Next up, Shax my boy. Like I said, pretty sure it's going to be... pretty sure it is going to be Supremacy. And the bounty this week is, drumroll, a Hunt for Glory. Exercise your skills in the Supremacy match type. 7 matches complete, 50 primary kills, 30 kill credits, and then 20 crests denied. So definitely grab that as well. Alright, Guardians, well, we're done here at the tower. Next up, we're going to take a look at my girl Petra over at the Reef. And look how quickly that was, man. Teleporting is awesome. Alright, so first let's take a look at my girl Petra and see what kind of bounty she has for this week. And of course, as we all know, we have the 3 old ones up front and then the 3 new ones in the back. So starting with the very first one, we have Take the Wanted, Shoth, Horror of Oryx, Mars or Venus, Fire Team. I don't think it's recommended. Alright, next, Take Them Out, kill 12 consumed or named Fallen, Hive, Cabal, or Vex at the Cosmodrome. And then we have Take Them All, kill 100 taken. As for the new bounties this week, Queen's Harvest, gather 15 dark nuclei from majors or ultras in any strike playlist. Then we have Queen's Champion, defeat 50 minions of darkness before completing the Challenge of Elders. I've never seen that before. That is actually a new one, which is awesome. And then finally, Queen's Mercy, get 30 arc kills on the Dreadnought. Alright, my lady Petra, as always, it is a pleasure to see you. Next, let's go take a look at my boy Varix and see what kind of goodness he has. And as always, I will take his goodies all day. Well, you know, the freebie goodies, not his goodies. That's gross. No one likes alien goodies. Alright, well, first up, let's take a look at his bounties. And we have Impressive Performance, earn points in the Challenge of Elders. Then we have Close Still Counts, use grenades to kill enemies in level 41 PoE or the challenge. And then finally, Shadow Boxer, use void abilities to kill enemies in level 41 or the Challenge of Elders. As for the Super Secret bonus modifier this week, it is Super Kill bonus. Super kills are worth more points. And that, my friends, does it for this week's Reset Guide. Once again, I'm still out of those ruins. Yeah, I know I keep telling you guys I'm going to go and find some more, but I hop on and I do completely the opposite thing. I go do Nightfalls or raids, and by the time I'm done, I just don't want to do it. So I apologize for that. One of these times, I will absolutely go get some more ruins so we can keep figuring out who the tier 3 boss is every week. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to hit me up on Twitter at SlyNation, or you can even check me out on my lonely Facebook page. It's SlyNation Gaming. It's not quite as active as my Twitter page, but still something different to look at. As always, keep an eye out for more videos coming out of my SlyNation channel here very soon. But until then, this is your boy Sly, and I thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to see you all next time.